Good morning. It's really early in the morning. I wanted to give you guys a hotel tour. So we're going to go through all the different spots in the hotel. This is the main lobby. And basically I'm just going to give you a couple little shortcuts to go to while you're in the main lobby. I'm going to put timestamps in the video as well. So you guys could just go down into the description and click the timestamp for different areas that you want to actually see if you just want to see those areas. So for example, there'll be a pool one, a beach one, restaurant, so on and so forth. So from the main lobby, there's 4 main hallways. So the first one's over here, and that actually just leads to the Italian restaurant. The second hallway would be back over there, and that leads to the restaurants and main buffet. Beside the front desk here, just to the right side, is the elevators, fitness center, and the spa. And then way at the back, just the last hallway here, leads to the sports bar, another restaurant, and the theater. So let's go check these out. So starting with the first hallway here, there really isn't much to go down and do here. There's a set of elevators for the right side of the hotel. So if you're on the right side of the hotel, these are the elevators you would use to get up to your room. This actually just leads to a dead end, so there's nothing actually to go and do down here. And then the Italian restaurant is right here. We haven't gone to the Italian restaurant yet, so we don't know if it's good or not. So here's the Italian restaurant. And then here's the menu for the Italian restaurant. So all throughout the lobby, there's tons and tons of seating areas to sit and relax and have a drink or hang out with your family or friends. These little, as you may have seen in other videos, these little balls here light up nicely in the nighttime, provide nice atmosphere, and that's what I think this lobby gives the most, is the atmosphere, the decoration, lighting, colors, artwork. Everything is so chic and very, very well decorated to make you feel very luxurious while you're staying here. So I like that aspect of this resort. So at the back of the lobby here, this is the first bar. It's called Kabanga. And then around the back, it leads to the coffee bar called Cappuccino. So they usually have a good selection of pastries, donuts, loaves, and things like that. And you can get cappuccinos, coffee, lattes, tea, and milkshakes too from Cappuccino. Okay, so now I'll take you down hallway number 2, which is this one here in front of me. And this one leads to the main buffet and a few a la carte restaurants. So let's go check those out. Here's one of the shops at the resort. This one's called Fini Dream Jewelry. As you can see, you can get all kinds of different jewelry, necklaces, rings, bracelets, earrings for men and women. Sunglasses. It's hard to kind of see over top of the reflection there, but if you get your photo taken by one of the photographers here on the resort, this is where you can go to actually print the photograph. Alright, so continuing down here, this is the first a la carte restaurant. It's called Krystal. It's a fusion restaurant. We actually went here. I'll link our video to that on the screen right now. The next restaurant's the Mexican restaurant. So it's called Tamales. We didn't go here, but here's the menu for tamales. So all the a la carte restaurants open up at 6:30, and they're first come, first serve. So if you come between 6:30 and about, I would say 7:30 and 8, you can easily get in. And That's not a guarantee, but it's much less busy. After 8 o'clock, it tends to get much more busy. And as you can see, tonight Tamales is closed, so they sort of take turns closing them to give the staff a bit of a break. And then lastly, we have Kabuki, which is the Japanese restaurant. And we haven't gone here either, but here's the menu for Kabuki. And then this is the main buffet, Las Olas. And again, we did a full dinner and breakfast tour of Las Olas already. So we'll link those as well on the screen right now, those videos on the screen. Here's some helpful hours here. This is where all the lobby bar, beach bar, pool bar, sports bar, this is all the different hours. So there's sort of an outdoor / indoor seating here, which is a bit warmer, not as cold, and then an indoor seating that's fully air conditioned. All right, so we're back in the main lobby now. Front desk is over there. The hallway number 1 with the Italian restaurant's over here, and this is where we just came from, over here, the buffet. So I'll take you guys down hallway number 3 now, which is the sports bar, the theater, and then one of the a la carte restaurants, which is kind of hidden, so I'll show you that. Here's the resort shop. You can see they're already decorating for Halloween a little bit. These weren't up yesterday actually, so that's kind of cool. You got pumpkins, skeletons, witches, and ghosts. I think that's a nice touch. So this one's called Pier 27 Beach Life. They have all kinds of t-shirts, bags, hats, sunglasses, and some souvenirs as well. Also, if you forgot anything like sunscreen, bug spray, things like that, they have some here as well that you can grab. Another thing we noticed too is that if you go outside the resort and then turn left and walk about 2 minutes down the road, there's a pharmacy that has everything you need there as well. It might be a little bit cheaper than on resort here. Okay, so swinging this way from Pier 27, this hallway just leads through this door, actually leads to the last hallway we're going to be going down, and actually leads to the elevator. So if you're coming down from your elevator, from your room, you can turn right outside the elevator, which I'll show you in a second, come through this door and then go all the way to the sports bar this way, or the theater. It just saves you a tiny bit of walking. And then there's bathrooms here, just down this hallway. And then down this way we have the sports bar, which is right here. And I'll take you guys in the sports bar. So here's the sports bar. They have a business center here where you can go on the computer. And they have lots of seating and places to hang out and watch different sports. So they had some baseball on last night. They had some soccer on and football on this weekend as well. They have pool tables, which looks like it costs 40 pesos to play pool. And then they have foosball and another pool table over here. They have really awesome artwork on the wall as well from different sports. So there's hockey, cycling, motocross, snowboarding, and some other baseball and basketball photos of different athletes. And then in the middle of the sports bar, there's a bar that you can sit at and order drinks at from the bartender here. There's actually a good note here. You can go to the bartender and ask him for dollars, like $1 bills, for tips, because they don't have a bank or anything to exchange currency that way in terms of getting ones from a 5 or something like that. So we were able to get some extra ones for tipping here from the bartender, who's got lots of ones. So at the food bar here in the sports bar, they have all different kinds of fruit up here that you can take with you, especially if you're going on an excursion. It's a really good idea, or if you just want something extra when you're hanging out by the pool. They have different juices and a small selection of cold meats and cheeses. There's much more in the buffet, obviously. A few different types of bread and bagels and biscuits. And then here they have a selection of hot foods. They have bacon and hash browns. And then in here, I'm not sure exactly what that is. Oh, they have some tortilla bread and some plantains, which look really good. And then lastly we have nachos and queso cheese. And then some hot dogs. And a microwave to warm up anything you may need. And then lastly they have a freezer here with some ice cream and popsicles. So coming out of the sports bar and going down the hall left will lead you to the theater area. So there's a bar here. Actually, I think there's two bars. So there's one here, and then if you look all the way down the hallway, there's another bar down here. So here's the theater. It's a really big theater. So they have seating area all the way through that you can enjoy the show on the stage here. And then when the show, just before the show starts and after it's finished, there's another stage over on this side where a band usually plays, and it plays different genre music each week, or excuse me, each day. So this is an outdoor seating area, which is really nice, especially at nighttime with the breeze and it's nice and warm. And on this side they have some booths here, which you'd imagine would be very full during the evening. But to be honest, I haven't really noticed too many people sitting in these booths. So if you like this kind of seating area to hang out in, yeah, it doesn't really fill up very quickly. But that's just the times that I've been down here and seen, but it could fill up a lot more later in the evening too. Alright, so continuing down through the theater here, we have the last bar here inside, and it's called Bar La Plaza, and this is just on the far side of the theaters. And then lastly, I just want to show you guys the last a la carte restaurant, which I think is just a bit hidden and difficult to find. The Caribbean restaurant, or the seafood restaurant. So here's the Kulinarium. This one we did go to and is actually very good. So again, we'll link that video on screen and in the description below for you to check out how our dinner went at the Kulinarium. Alright, so here's the menu for Kulinarium in Spanish and English. Alright, so there's the hallway back to the main lobby and Pier 27. So I'll take you guys outside here. This will be our daytime beach tour and pool tour. Alright, so again, I'm just going to do a quick little pointers for shortcuts in case you just want to find out where things are from sort of a starting point. And then I'll go to these main areas as we go along here. So, over here, there's the kids area. Just in front of that would be the villas and the adults only area. You'd have to get like a special wristband for that and have your own private pool and loungers to stay at. Over this way there is the bar over in the beach, or the beach bar, volleyball court, and then all of the different loungers and sun chairs over here for the main beach. Straight ahead is the walkway to the main beach. And then over here is your pool areas here. So right in front of me in this small building right here is the towel hut where you can exchange your card for towels. And then finally over here would be the pool bar. And then lastly, there is the very famous kind of Mayan ruin just over in this area here. So let's go check those things out. Alright, so let's start with RIU Land. This is the spot where you can have your kids stay, or your children stay during the day if you want to have some time to yourself and time to go on an excursion or something like that. So it's hard to see in there, but there's some little tables set up and a TV screen and some activities that you can do as a kid. And RIU Land is for people who are 4 to 12 years old, and there's always a club supervisor here. Alright, so from the main lobby, RIU Land is behind me. That's to the main pools. And then hanging a left over this way would be the villa area for the adults only section. So the resort is a family resort, but they don't have a lot of family-oriented activities like a playground or children's activities out on the pool deck or anything like that. So it is sort of seen as almost like a pseudo-adult resort, pseudo-adults only resort, simply because they just don't tailor to children. But if you do have children, I've seen lots here and they are having a good time, and there are some things that you can do as a family. But if you want a children's resort, the Rio Caribe is geared more towards families, and that's just next door. So these are the villas, and the awesome part about the villas is on their balcony they have a jacuzzi on each one, so you can hang out in a jacuzzi and have a nice ocean view, which is over this way. So there's the ocean there, and you have a private pool that no other guests can go in. Only the guests of the villas can go in this pool here. So as part of the villas, you get access to these sunbeds that you can relax on during the day, and it looks like they have their own pool towel station that looks like it's sort of self-serve. So you can come up and grab a towel and exchange yours in the bin down here. Okay, so now I'm back on the main path. The villas are over here. And then this path leads us down to the beach. So let's take this path and head down to the beach. Alright, so we'll stop here, and I'll show you a few things here that are little points of interest and shortcuts for you. So just to the left here, there's Scuba Caribe. They're water sports kind of company that are on most resorts in the Caribbean. You can do different excursions from them, scuba diving, and lots of different water sports and activities. Over this way we have some hammocks to relax in, and then just behind this tree here there's the volleyball court. If on Saturday night you come and you want to go to the beach party, this is where the beach party will be. They set up a big stage here, and all in this area right here is where all the dancing, and there's a bar set up right here as well. And you can see that video. We did the beach party when we first got here. Okay, so over this way there's the beach bar. So there's a spot to sit in the beach bar. So that beach bar is called Tobago, and ironically enough, the pool bar is called Trinidad. So we have Trinidad and Tobago. So out on the beach here, this is obviously where you can set your things, and this side as well. And then over here is a really nice place to kind of take some pictures on the rocks, or the old coral reef that used to be probably submerged at one day. And there's always iguanas hanging out there to make for great pictures. And then just over there, I don't know if you can see it, the sun is very bright today, but just over here is the other two RIU resorts. I think you can only see one of them right now, just the one on the end right here. So that's RIU Palace Las Americas, and you can visit that one and go in the pool and get drinks and have lunch there. Just you have to return to your home resort for dinner time. So that's about a 2-kilometer walk down the beach, which I don't know, could take around 30-40 minutes or so, depending how fast you walk. So today's quite a windy day in Cancun, and the sea is probably the biggest waves I've seen so far on our trip. But still, it looks you can enjoy swimming. But if you're not a strong swimmer, today might be a bit of a day that you want to avoid the beach and maybe hang out by the pool. So it looks like a smaller beach, but it actually is perfect for the amount of resort guests that are here. Alright, so I'm all the way up on the rocks now, and I just wanted to show you the second beach here, that there is spaces to walk down, and there is usually some beach area, but it looks like the tide is up quite a bit today, and there's not really much spot to like stand down there, and it might be a bit dangerous to swim because there's so many rocks close by. So just be careful if you're on this beach here. Alright, so I'm back up on the main kind of walkway area. Scuba Caribe is here on my left. I'm going to show you guys the pool area now. So this is the infinity pool. They're cleaning it right now, which is always a great sign. But the pools here are great, they're perfectly clean. And you have a nice view of the ocean as well from here. So there's lots and lots of loungers to stay at. and to park at while you're at the pool. There's all these little fountains as well. These aren't pools, and you're not allowed to swim in these, but they're pretty shallow, and you know pretty quickly that they are not, unless you've had too much to drink. So again, the pool towel hut is just over here. And then here's what I guess you'd call the lap pool, because it's so straight, and people tend to swim straight lines down here in the morning. There's nobody here right now, but in the pools they have these awesome loungers that you can kind of just get a drink and relax at and get some sun. And then over to the left side of where we just were, this is the main activity pool. So they always do, actually exactly where I'm standing right here, they'll set up a speaker, and they'll do all their activities, their water sports, fun games for people to participate in, volleyball, water aerobics. It's all done in this pool right here. So if you like the action and the music and the loudness of it, this is the pool for you to hang out in. If you want something more quieter, probably the beach is a best bet for you then. Oh, so I just remembered I wanted to tell you guys that if you're staying on the beach for the day, so just over here, this is back where Scuba Caribe is. There are washrooms back in the bar over here, so that's where you'd go to the washrooms if you're staying on the beach. And then if we swing over this way, there are another set of washrooms just over here in the main building. So that's probably where you'd go if you were staying at the pool for the day. So over this way, they have the barbecue that's set up during the day for lunch. So they have like burgers and hot dogs and nachos. It's kind of a small selection, but there's some food by the pool here. And then just over here, so this is kind of near the ocean. This is RIU Fit, where they'll have all different types of exercise classes. All right, so here's the RIU Fit fitness program, or the exercise schedule. So they have all different types of classes during the days. Some yoga, TRX, aerobics classes, aquafit, stretching. So awesome they have this here. And as you can see from the top, they have that metal bars hanging from the ceiling where they can attach the suspension TRX trainers from and do TRX classes, which I think is really cool. I've never seen that at a resort before. Something to note too, the floor here is actually like a more of a harder foam floor. It's not just concrete, so that's obviously a lot better to exercise on for your knees and your ankles and your hips. So the Aquafit is behind me. The main tower of the hotel obviously is just right here, and this is the pool bar area here. So there's some spots you can sit at. There's a bar here you can walk up and grab all kinds of different drinks, and mixed drinks, liquors, beers, wines, all kinds of good stuff. And then around this way, they have the pool bar. So this is where I find most people who want to drink for most of the day will come and hang out in the pool bar. And Mona and I came here one day, and it was more towards the afternoon, and it was really smelly. I think it was where the bar, when you get closer to the bar, it's a lot smellier over there. So just note that if you want to hang out in the pool bar, there was a bit of a stench or kind of a foul smell around kind of the afternoon time. I'm not sure about the morning. I don't smell anything right now, but I'm sure they clean this pool quite a bit. So there's some seating around in the water you can order drinks from and hang out. There's small tables around here, and then even smaller tables with stool seating just on this side, and then some loungers with tables beside them that you can enjoy your drink at and get some sun. So if you want to, just a frame of reference of where the sun comes from in the resort, here's the main tower, okay? Swinging around here, this is the beach area. So the beach would be actually just over behind all the loungers here. And the sun rises here in the east over here. So the sun comes up here, and then it's going to follow a path all the way up, and then it's going to set just over top of these towers, or this building right here. Okay, so just as a frame of reference, if you want to kind of mark where the sun is, most of the balconies here at the RIU don't get sun on them. because the sun, at least at this time of year, don't get the sun on them because of where the path of the sun is. And this is October right now. So a couple more things I want to show you guys outside, and then we'll head back in and take a look at the last couple things inside. So this pathway I'm going down right now would be the pathway if you want to go to the lunch buffet indoors. And that's just in front of me there inside the glass building. There are washrooms as well, just in front of me here. That's the washrooms if you're staying by the pool. And I think this is probably one of my favorite sites or spots on the resort is the Mayan ruins here. It's so cool to have this preserved archaeological site here on the resort. You can take some pictures with it. They light it up really nicely at nighttime too. And if I'm not mistaken, it's called Ta'akul. I'm just gonna go check the sign. Yep, so this is called Ta'akul Archaeological Site, which means the hidden, in Mayan language, the hidden archaeological site. So there are the washrooms just in there, and then the staircase leading up to the buffet. So up the stairs here, this is where the lunch buffet is. So you can see the different, obviously it's not set up right now, but all the different spots where the food would be set up for the lunch buffet. And this is also the Steakhouse a la carte restaurant, which has a lot of seating. I think this is their most popular a la carte. So we're back in the main lobby now, and this is hallway number 3. We went down to check out the sports bar, the theater, and then the walkway to the beach area and the pool area. And then I'll take you to the last hallway here, just beside the front desk, hallway number 4 in our tour. So I always have a nice artwork here that someone's painted from RIU art. So today they have a cute hippopotamus. So down this hallway they have a salon and gym, which is right here beside me, which we'll go in just a second. And then they have the elevators that lead up to the left side of the resort. So these are our elevators. And then before that door that I was telling you about, this is the door that you can take from the elevators and then come over here and just get a quick shortcut over to the sports bar and the theater. So down here there's another set of washrooms, and the hotel director or manager's offices are here if you ever needed to come and speak to them. Also, just on the left side, they have a telephone if you needed to use a telephone to call out for any reason. So let's go check out the spa and the gym. Hello. All right. So it looks like up the stairs is where the spa is. I'm not going to go up there because there's probably people getting some treatments done, but it smells absolutely awesome in here. So there's the front desk where you check in, and then the fitness center is just here. So they have all kinds of different equipment you can exercise with. So cardio equipment, some resistance equipment, some machines, and then there's some dumbbells over on the side here. I'm not going to go in there because there's some people exercising right now. So one thing I've wanted to do since we got here was go check out what the view looks like from floor 17. So let's go take a look. Wow. Looks great. Look at this. Alright, let's do a little comparison. So this is the view from floor 17, and then I'll show you the view from our floor, which is floor 6. So here's 17, and here's floor 6. So obviously way lower down, but still an awesome view, which we get to enjoy every single time we go to the elevators. Really lucky to have that. And what would a tour be without view from our balcony? So this is the view we get every morning, which we absolutely adore and can't get enough of. We're taking lots of pictures and checking them out when we go home, so when we miss this place and want to come back. So that does it for the hotel tour here at Hotel RIU Palace Peninsula. So I hope you enjoyed the tour and got to see some of the spots. So if you're considering coming to this resort, if you have any questions, just leave a comment below and we can answer that as best we can. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs up button. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Where Are We Going Next, so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. Thanks, talk to you guys later.